avyayam. Gatir bhartā prabhuḥ sākṣī. Nivāsaḥ śaraṇaṁ su-hṛt. Prabhuḥ pralayaḥ sthānam. Nidhānam bījam avyayam. Lady tigers. Gatir bhartā prabhuḥ sākṣī. Nivāsaḥ śaraṇaṁ su-hṛt. Prabhuḥ pralayaḥ sthānam. Nidhānam bījam avyayam. Okay, word for word. Please repeat. Gatiḥ, goal. Bhartā, sustainer. Prabhuḥ, Lord. Sākṣī, witness. Nivāsaḥ, abode. śaraṇaṁ, refuge. su-hṛt, most intimate friend. Prabhavaḥ, creation. Pralayaḥ, dissolution. Sthānam, ground. Nidhānam, resting place. Bījam, seed. Avyayam, imperishable. So, translation by Srila Prabhupada. Now, when Prabhupada went all on his own to New York, was he a jungle tiger or a zoo tiger? He was a jungle tiger. And when Kṛṣṇa gets angry, who is he? He becomes Nrsimhadev. Right? And is that Nrsimhadev, is he a zoo lion or a jungle lion? He's a jungle lion. So Lord Chaitanya, he's the lion, right? So keep your spirit strong. So here's Kṛṣṇa. I am the goal, the sustainer, the master, the witness, the abode, the refuge, and the most dear friend. I am the creation and the annihilation, the basis of everything, the resting place and the eternal seed. Please repeat. I am the goal, the sustainer, the master, the witness, the abode, the refuge, and the most dear friend. I am the creation and the annihilation, the basis of everything, the resting place, and the eternal seed. Purport Srila Prabhupada. Gati means the destination where we want to go. But the ultimate goal is Kṛṣṇa, although people do not know it. One who does not know Kṛṣṇa is misled, and his so-called progressive march is either partial or hallucinatory. Good word, huh? There are many who make as their destination different demigods, and by rigid performance of the strict respective methods, they reach different planets known as Chandraloka, Suryaloka, Indraloka, Maharloka, etc. But all such lokas or planets, being creations of Kṛṣṇa, are simultaneously Kṛṣṇa and not Kṛṣṇa. Such planets, being manifestations of Kṛṣṇa's energy, are also Kṛṣṇa, but actually they serve only as a step forward for the realization of Kṛṣṇa. To approach the different energies of Kṛṣṇa is to approach Kṛṣṇa indirectly. One should directly approach Kṛṣṇa, for that will save time and energy. For example, if there is a possibility of going to the top of a building by the help of an elevator, why should one go by the staircase step by step? Everything is resting upon Kṛṣṇa's energy. Therefore, without Kṛṣṇa's shelter, nothing can exist. Kṛṣṇa is the supreme ruler because everything belongs to him, and everything exists on his energy. Kṛṣṇa, being situated in everyone's heart, is the supreme witness. The residences, countries or planets on which we live are also Kṛṣṇa. Kṛṣṇa is the ultimate goal of shelter, and therefore one should take shelter of Kṛṣṇa either for protection or for annihilation of his distress. And whenever we take protection, we should know that our protection must be a living force. Kṛṣṇa is the supreme living entity, and since Kṛṣṇa is the source of our generation, or the Supreme Father, no one can be a better friend than Kṛṣṇa, nor can anyone be a better well-wisher. Kṛṣṇa is the original source of creation and the ultimate rest after annihilation. Kṛṣṇa is therefore the eternal cause of all causes. So, what a wonderful purport. Everything about Kṛṣṇa. Mukam karochi vācālam pangam laite girim yar kripa tamaham bande Shri Gurun dinatarinam. Gatir bhartā prabhuḥ sākṣī nivāsaḥ śaraṇaṁ su-hṛt prabhavaḥ pralayaḥ sthānam nidhānam bījam avyayam. I am the goal, the sustainer, the master, the witness, the abode, the refuge, and the most dear friend. I am the creation and the annihilation, the basis of everything, the resting place and the eternal seed. Yes. So many of these things follow each other, right? I am the goal. So, prayojan tattva. Vedic philosophy, sambandha, abhideya, prayojan. Prayojan means the goal, but also more importantly, the necessity, what we need. Because why is Kṛṣṇa the goal, the necessity? Because if we have our relationship with Kṛṣṇa, we get out of this cycle of birth and death. So Kṛṣṇa is not only the goal of life, he's the necessity. Or else we're going to remain in this material world, trying to enjoy the material energy. So Kṛṣṇa is the necessity. He's the sustainer. So of course, Kṛṣṇa expands as Vishnu, one of the guna avatars. Lord Brahma is the expansion of Kṛṣṇa. Shaktivesh, he's guna avatar. He is the creator of the material universe. But he is the creator in the sense that you want a house to be built. So then you buy all the materials in the marketplace and you give it to the engineer and you give directions to the engineer and he builds your house. And he is under your direction building the house. So Lord Brahma is empowered. This is a simple way to understand it, but he is a great devata, a greatly qualified soul, empowered by Kṛṣṇa. And also we hear from the Shastra, from the Acharyas, that if there is no suitable soul to be empowered to be the engineer of the universe, then Kṛṣṇa will personally expand as Lord Brahma. Then the other one is, like we say here, the sustainer, Vishnu. He's maintaining. Lord Brahma is the guna avatar for Rajagun. So he's creative. He's arranging the planetary systems and everything, creating all the different bodies. Of course, in the modern world, they say there was a big bang and then everything grew from some primordial soup. But that's all nonsense. That is like saying supercomputers grew from pocket calculators. That's what they say. This is nonsense. No, a supercomputer can make a pocket calculator, it can make a server, it can make a laptop, it can make a desktop. But can a desktop make a supercomputer without extra information being put in? No. So actually reality descends from the super powerful, the super complex, the super potent, not some imaginary big bang that causes a lot of mess and then suddenly you get a universe. This is a way of denying the Supreme Lord. We talked about this before. If you go into an art gallery and you stand next to a man and you say, wow, what a beautiful painting. I wonder who the painter is. That is natural, isn't it? But the atheist, he will say, there's a painting, but there's no painter. Then you go to a restaurant, vegetarian, with the same man, and you have a very nice thali. And you say, the cook must be great. What does he say? There's no cook. What? So then what do you do then? You look at the universe and you say, what an amazing creation. Your stomach's full, so you're feeling good. And he says, no creator. Huh? So atheist is an attitude problem. There's a painting, but there's no painter. There's a meal, but there's no cook. There's a creation, but there's no creator. There's a madman, right? There's no cook. There's no painter. Oh, look at the Mona Lisa. Oh, there's no painter. It happened by chance. There was an explosion in a paint shop, and all these classical paintings came flying out. Huh? That's what they're saying. And they're putting it in people's brain. But Bhagavad Gita, that will go away, that nonsense. The Bhagavad Gita, 5,000 years, Kṛṣṇa is revealing, the Supreme Lord is saying, you don't have to have a mystery about who is the Supreme Lord. Here I am, Arjuna. And who has ever spoken such concise, wonderful literature like Bhagavad Gita? So anyway, Kṛṣṇa expands as Vishnu. And he's the mode of goodness. He's maintaining the universe. And then from Vishnu comes Paramatma and so on. So, Kṛṣṇa is the sustainer. Everything is resting. Matak parataram nanyad kinchid asti janaya. Maya, mayam itam idam sarvam. Everything is resting upon me. Just sutri mani gana iva. I'm sustaining everything, just like my neck bead's broken, but I've got some. But if the thread breaks, so the Kṛṣṇa is sustaining everything. He is within everything. Everything is resting upon him, because that's the way he does things. But the materialist thinks, oh, God, or the football player, or the cricket player, he hits a number 6, and then he looks up at God. No, he's everywhere. You can look in your own heart. That is what the yogic process is. Okay, you can look up to heaven, no objection, because Kṛṣṇa's there, and you hit a home run or something, or you scored a goal in the World Cup. Very nice. But Kṛṣṇa is everywhere. We've already heard that earlier. Jagat avyakta murtina. This world is pervaded by me. I'm sustaining everything. Everything is resting upon me. Here's one of the words that will come up. Yes, after this, the witness. So Kṛṣṇa is sustaining. Everything is resting upon him. Actually, that's one of the questions in science. Why do the atoms and molecules stay together? You know, protons, neutrons, electrons. Actually, recently, I read an article about a month ago, and now they're looking inside the electron, and there is a different little universe inside the electron. Have you heard about it? There is positive and negative inside the electron. I saw the graphics. It was an article. So, this complexity, why isn't it all just flying apart, right? Why isn't all the, returning to a big soup? Like you put lots of vegetables in your pot. You boil it and it all becomes soup. So why is it staying in its order for billions and millions and trillions of years? Because it's resting upon the potency and the will of Kṛṣṇa. That is stated in the Shastra, that Kṛṣṇa just wills something and it comes into effect. His potencies are on him. So you should always remember that. You should say to Kṛṣṇa, please make me a pure devotee, right? Please make me a paramahamsa. And if Kṛṣṇa thinks, let him be a paramahamsa, you'll be on the path, right? This is the secret of bhakti. We rely on Kṛṣṇa. The karmi is thinking, I'll do the right ritual, like this is talked about here. I'll do the right mudra, and I'll give the ghee, and I'll pay the brahman. I'm the doer. He's got this mentality. The jnani is thinking, oh, I'm very intelligent. Those Hare Krishnas, they're dancing and chanting. This is what Sarvabhauma thought before he became enlightened. But those Hare Krishnas, they're just full of this bhava, but I'm using my brain. I'm the doer. But the bhakta is thinking, Kṛṣṇa, I'm your devotee, and with seva bhav, I am worshipping you, right? With seva bhav. Just like there's that sloka, we often quote it, Atak Shri Kṛṣṇa Namadi Na Bhaved Graham Indriya. Kṛṣṇa is beyond the material senses. Sevan mukhi hi jivado swayam eva spriyada. So that means by seva bhav, spurti comes. Spurti means like a manifestation, an idea, a gift from Kṛṣṇa, a realization. Of course, there is a gradation, but Kṛṣṇa, he gives realization of himself to those with seva bhav. Yes, devotion means seva bhav. So when we chant with seva bhav. We're chanting for your pleasure, Kṛṣṇa. We're talking Bhagavad Gita for Kṛṣṇa with seva bhav. That's the secret of bhakti. And by relying on Kṛṣṇa, then Kṛṣṇa responds. So that's the secret power of bhakti. It's not so much the secret. Bhakti mam abhijanati, Kṛṣṇa says. I'm known by bhakti. If you have seva bhav, then everything will come to you. But if you lose your seva bhav, then no spurti. You understand? Krishna is revealed to the seva bhav. So Lord Chaitanya, he taught vipralamba seva bhav, that we should worship Kṛṣṇa in a sense of separation. I haven't attained you, Kṛṣṇa, but I'm doing my bhakti, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam. I'm doing it all as seva. What's archanam? In the Acharya's writing, archanam is explained. Archanam, when you have a deity, it might be Giriraj, it might be Shalagram, you might have Radha Krishna, so on. What does archanam, even if you're doing very simple archanam, even if you just have a picture on your altar of Radha and Krishna and Gaunitai, it teaches you seva bhav. I'm making some fruit and some flowers, some garlands, like this is archanam, and I'm doing it as a service. So you see, that's the problem. In the material world, we want to serve ourselves. Ishvaro, I'm controller, I am the enjoyer. This is our... So everyone is thinking, And this may take place in bhakti. In the neophyte stage, we might think, I'm going to come to bhakti so I can get bliss. Well, that's okay. That's okay. Sometimes we say, chant and be happy. Right? Okay, no objection. You will, if you chant, you'll become happy, you'll become relieved of past karmas, your mind will become clear. But really, Lord Chaitanya's philosophy is chant and suffer in separation. In Sevabhav. Oh Krishna, I haven't attained you. 6 Goswamis. Where are you, Krishna? Are you in Govardhan? Are you on the bank of the Jamuna? Where are you? They're the greatest devotees, but they're looking for Krishna. The gopis, when they run to the Ras Leela, they're looking for Krishna. So this is to teach us that we should think, I haven't attained Krishna. Oh, I know a little Bhagavad Gita, I've got the Maha Mantra, I'm in Vrindavan. But have we really attained Krishna? How will we attain? How will we get spurti? Sevabhav. We can go to the Ras Leela if you want to serve there. But if you want to go there and take a selfie, you won't see the Ras Leela. You'll never find Krishna. Oh, where's Krishna? I want to take a selfie with him and show my uncle. No. You can't go there as a reporter. You have to go there as a bhava bhakta, prem bhav. I want to serve you, Krishna. Let me bring a little water from the Jamuna so that your thirst is satisfied. So that is the ecstasy of the devotee. He wants to serve. And then, by service attitude, he's connected. If you want to look at it scientifically, right? When you're serving the deity, your Giriraj or Shalagram, you're thinking, oh, I'd better make this clean before I offer it. You're fixed on the deity. That's service. Right? What's the problem? Bhakti is so simple because it's the natural activity of the soul. We can do everything, śaraṇaṁ and exercise and do all this, but everything has to be done as an offering. Manmana bhavamad bhakto madhyaji. It's an offering. Fire sacrifice, ghee and grains, that's not the only sacrifice. The whole thing is, a devotee is always in a mood of sacrifice. He's offering everything to Krishna, and then Krishna, just like we saw in the previous verse, Ananda Cetasa, one who remembers me without deviation, I am easy to attain because of his full involvement, engagement in devotional service. So just remembering Krishna, śaraṇaṁ, is bhakti. But we should do śaraṇaṁ on Krishna with sevabhav. Oh Krishna, I want to attain. Just like that bhajan. Bhajo hure mana Sri Nanda Nandana. So at the end, what does it go? Shravana kirtana smarana bandhana pada sevana dasire. Govinda das abhilas. I'm Govinda das, this is my desire. So, desire, we have to desire perfection. That's the jungle tiger. That's what I'm talking about. The jungle tiger is roaring, where is Krishna? But the zoo tiger, he's depressed. Another 10,000 people coming to take photo on their smartphone. When can I get me rotten meat that they throw me? Right? That is a zoo tiger becoming a pussycat. Be a jungle tiger. Keep your spirit. Krishna is Nrsimhadev. Even if you're a lady, don't think that's just for men. Be a jungle tigress. Keep your spirit. Why? Because you know I will attain Krishna. Eko yoda dadati kaman. Krishna fulfills the desire of everyone. If you want to be a politician, if you want to be a doctor, if you want this, whatever you want, Kṛṣṇa will guide you in that. He's the sustainer. But if you want to go to Kanyakumari, he'll give you intelligence to go to Kanyakumari. If you want to go to Badrinath, even in the winter, he'll give you how to do that. But if you want to become his bhartā, he'll arrange everything. Kṛṣṇa is the desire tree. Our side of the activity is to desire in the right direction. So he's the master. That means he's prabhuḥ, it says here in the sense. So prabhuḥ means he's the ultimate master. Nobody's under his control. He's the emperor. He's not having to have a committee meeting. Committee meeting and 100 people speak. No, one tiger is better than 100 donkeys. Right? 100 donkeys that one tiger goes, we'll do this. So that's Kṛṣṇa. He's not a, these committee. This is Kali Yuga, right? In Kali Yuga, it's in the Shastra that power will reside with numbers, illusory power. People think, oh, if 50 people say it, it's correct. No, 50 donkeys making a noise doesn't make them singers. One tiger roaring, he's correct. And then the donkeys think, oh my God, I'm going to have to commit instead of having a committee. So, the witness, the witness. So like we say, Kṛṣṇa is the witness. I remember once, I saw on this video, and this drunken fella, he died of throat cancer, and it was argument between atheist and theistic people. It was a debate. It was on the internet somewhere. And this fellow, he's famous as a drunkard whiskey drinker. And at the end, he said, I don't believe in God because I don't like the idea that God can see everything. Where's the logic in that? Does that mean, that's like a criminal. He says, I don't believe in the police force because they can see me robbing the bank. Does that make it more, where's the logic in that? The police, I don't believe in the Prime Minister because I choose not to. But Kṛṣṇa is the witness. Why? And children, they love to play with their parents, right? They love to play and have their parents look at them. So the devotee loves the fact that Kṛṣṇa is the witness because all my devotion, he's accepting it. But the drunkard or the bad person is thinking, oh, I'll rob the bank at night. Nobody can see me. No. Now they have CCTVs. But Kṛṣṇa can see everything. So, witness to a devotee is a very nice thing. Kṛṣṇa is seeing my effort. The abode, yes. So Kṛṣṇa is the abode, right? Everyone wants an abode. Everyone wants to live in a place. So Goloka, Haridam, these are the dhams. In the Brahma Samhita, right? Goloka damni nidhānam nidhāle tatasya devi maheshu haridameshu teshu teju te te pravavanichya vijastayena govindamadi purisham tamaham bhajami. The creation is in four. There's Durga Dham, Mahesh Dham, Haridam, place of Narayan, and there's Goloka. So Goloka is the abode of Kṛṣṇa. And he's inviting everyone, come to Goloka. The refuge, yes, so also when you have a good abode, you can see how it follows, then you have a good refuge, right? You don't want just to live in a place, but you want it to be a safe place. So that's in we just seen that, 821. One who attains my abode, that which the Vedantists describe as unmanifest and infallible, that which is known as the supreme destination, that place from which, having attained it, one never returns, that means to the material world, that is my supreme abode. So Krishna's abode is there, and it's also a refuge. Once you attain Kṛṣṇa, you'll never come back to this material world. You may come back for Leela, but you'll never lose your Kṛṣṇa consciousness, because your love for Kṛṣṇa is eternal. Nityasiddha Kṛṣṇa prem, sadhakabanai, shravanadi surajitte karidevadai. Once it's awakened, it never goes to sleep. That's why you're a jungle tiger. Once you have prem in your heart, the material energy will think, let me serve this person. Right? The abode, the refuge, and the most dear friend. So that's similar, same idea. When you go, Krishna is suhṛtam sarvabhutānam. Huh? Why? Because aham bija pitaha. He is the source of the soul. He's the creator. In the material world, we love our own children the best. Do we not? Because they're our children. So everyone is the child of the Supreme Lord. Every soul is the direct emanation of the Supreme Lord. So therefore, there is a natural kinship. Mama angsa jiva loke, jiva bhuta sanatana. So Kṛṣṇa is, we are angsa, we are the same quality as Kṛṣṇa. Just imagine what an amazing creation we are. We are the same quality as Kṛṣṇa. Kṛṣṇa has made that. And I read in Baladev Vidyabhushan's commentary on the Vedanta Sutra, he explains that when the soul is liberated, the soul, even though it's a tiny angsa, it becomes empowered by Kṛṣṇa to have practically the same potency as Kṛṣṇa, so that the soul can relate to Kṛṣṇa. You understand? Because we might be an ant, and Kṛṣṇa might be an elephant, but Kṛṣṇa wants us all to be elephant. You can talk to an elephant if you're an elephant. Kṛṣṇa is the jungle tiger, and he doesn't want pussycats. He wants jungle tigers to talk to. So he empowers the soul. But it says in Baladev commentary, he doesn't give the potency to create to the jiva, because that would be confusing, right? Oh, I'm going to create another Goloka. I'm going to create that would make a big confusion. So he keeps that to himself, just in case his devotees get carried away. But he can take suggestion if you have an idea. Kṛṣṇa, what about this? Uddhava used to give advice to Kṛṣṇa. So, refuge, dear friend, I am the creation, talking about creation, yes, and the annihilation. So this is in reference to the material world. The material world manifests and then it's withdrawn, manifests, withdrawn. But the spiritual world is eternally manifest. That is with the breathing of Mahavishnu. When Mahavishnu in the pradhan breathes out, the creation is all the universes. When he breathes in, they're dissolved back into the pradhan, the material energy. Well, the material energy goes back into the pradhan. The pradhan is actually another secondary form of the Chit Shakti with the admixture of Tama. Because I've explained this many times before. When Mahavishnu is in Yoga Nidra, he is forgetful of his self. And he's creating the pradhan. Just like when we sleep, we forget who we are in the waking world. So this is the Leela of Kṛṣṇa. This is to make us understand. So Kṛṣṇa, he creates the pradhan in Yoga Nidra, in this state of mystic slumber. So the pradhan is the source of the material elements. So if you focus your consciousness on the material elements in an enjoying mood, the result is that you forget your spiritual identity. This is how the root of the Maya Shakti. I am and the most dear friend, I am the creation. Yes, so he's Mahavishnu within the pradhan we're talking about. And the annihilation, when he withdraws everything. Also, at the end of one day of Lord Brahma, there's a pralayaḥ. Pralayaḥ is, there is a partial devastation up to the Svargaloka, all the lower planets, Buraloka, Bhuvarloka, Bhuloka, Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Mahatala, Talatala, Rasatala, all those are dissolved. And then Lord Brahma sleeps. And then he re-manifests the lower section of the creation as he awakes. That is a partial. It is not the Mahapralaya, it is a partial annihilation. So how long does that day of Brahma? That day of Brahma is 1,000 Divya Yugas. A Divya Yuga is one set of Kali, Dwarka, Treta, and Satyuga, which is 4,320,000 years. So 1,000 of those, which would be 4,320,000,000, is one day of Lord Brahma. So don't worry. Some Christians are always, I shouldn't say that. Some people are always thinking the world's coming to an end. But according to the Vedas, there won't be a partial pralaya for a long time, right? But it's interesting, that psychology. You know, these materially based, man-made preachers, they're always, the world's coming to an end. Oh, here's a donation so I can go to heaven. That's not enough. Okay. No, sometimes there's even been people, there's been groups, and the so-called pastor or something said, the world is going to end next week. Sell your house. Put it in my bank account. Yes, not exactly that maybe, but some things like that, you know. And then the time comes around and then there's no destruction. So, but the thing is, to be more sober point is, the reason people become nervous about this, the end of the world, is because inherently, because we identify with the body in the material consciousness, we know this body will come to an end, you see. So when people play on this fear of extinction, you understand? Because in the material consciousness, we know this body will be extinct. But the devotee is free of this. Because the devotee, he has su-hṛt, he has realization. I'm an eternal spirit soul. I'm not worried about, you know, the Mahapralaya. I'm an eternal soul. And I'm connected with Kṛṣṇa. And I'm doing my life. I'm trying to preserve bhakti. So there's no loss or diminution for the devotee. So he's not fearful. Right? He is connected with the refuge. I am the creation and I am the basis of everything. Like we said, everything is Krishna's energy. What is that verse? Vasudeve savamiti. Everything. Krishna has his individual existence, but he's expanded into the energies, into the material energy as a form of expansion of Krishna. He's expanded as Paramatma. He's expanded the Devas. The Devatas, Prabhupada mentions here, Chandra and all that, they are described in the Shastra as the extended limbs of the Supreme. That is to say, like Surya. The Surya, the Devata, is empowered by Kṛṣṇa. Chandra Loka, the deva in charge, is empowered by Kṛṣṇa to rule over and maintain that section. So Kṛṣṇa is always aloof from the material energy, but he empowers his devotees to maintain different aspects of the material energy. So they are the extended limbs. For example, the Prime Minister of India is Narendra Modi, right? But he chooses somebody for finance department, for defense department, for railways department, right? And then by choosing them, he is empowering them to look after that. So that is one way to understand it. The devatas are given power by the Supreme Lord to fulfill their functions on that maintenance of the material energy. But the Supreme Lord himself, he remains transcendental. So he gives, that's called Shaktivesh avatar. Just like we're talking about, Lord Brahma is empowered to engineer the universe. Lord Shiva is empowered to wind it all up occasionally. That is Lord Shiva, Tamagun Gunavatar. Yes, the resting place. Yes, that's very interesting. After annihilation, you see, I bases everything, the resting place. So yes, everything after it, at the Mahapralaya, when the material energy is dissolved completely, it returns into Mahavishnu. Rather, it returns into the Pradhan. It returns into the Pradhan. And the eternal seed. Yes, so Kṛṣṇa is the seed. Aham bija. That means that the tree comes from the seed, the plant comes from the seed, right? Later on we'll find the yoga of the Supreme Person. So Kṛṣṇa is the seed of creation. He's the source. Inside the seed is the design of the tree. And that expands out. So Kṛṣṇa is seeding the universe. He's seeding the creation. He's seeding aham bija pritak pita. I am the seed-giving father of the jiva. So he's the seed giver. That is Purusha. And then he is expanding as Prakriti to fulfill all the functions. So that is Kṛṣṇa. So in this chapter, the most confidential knowledge. Yes, Kṛṣṇa is revealing himself. And there is no other scripture in the world like the Vedas. They just think, oh, God is in heaven with a big beard. And he gets angry now and again and blows up a mountain. Or caused a lightning bolt to come down and kill some people over there. So therefore God is a very angry man. No. That's called man-made religion. Just like, you know. So just like I said, Atak Shri Krishna Namadi Na Bhaved Graham Indra. You can't reach Kṛṣṇa through mental speculation. You can't. He's inconceivable. It's like, same idea. How can a pocket calculator understand a supercomputer? Right? That's a modern example. But if the pocket calculator is connected to the computer through the internet, then he has all the facility of the computer, supercomputer. There's some kind of idea like that. So the living entity in the fallen condition material is like a pocket calculator. And he's thinking, you know, ooh, what is God like? You know, is he energy, or is he consciousness, or is he a big mountain? Or maybe I'm God. Oh, I like the sound of that. I'm God. God, I've got to go to the toothpaste. I've got to go to the dentist, God, because my teeth are aching. What do you mean? You've got to go to your God. Fix your own teeth. That's what the dentist says. So if you go to the doctor and you say, Doctor, I've realized I'm God. What will he say? He'll say, sit over there next to Napoleon. And the other one is, he thinks he's Genghis Khan. You've done really well. You think you're God. Okay, the doctor's coming in a while. He's got some nice medicine to calm down the brain. So some people think that, right? I'm God, right? But I have to pay tax to the government. Well, why, if you're God, can't you change the government for your own good? No, we're not God, we're under control, right? So how can we be God? I'm the eternal seed, yes. And then the other one is the Kṛṣṇa thing. Some people think that God, or the ultimate absolute truth, is everything, right? So this is a kind of paganistic idea, that everything is God, the Virat Rupa. And then some people go a bit further than that, and they think, behind this creation, there is God. So that God is in the water, God is in the tree. So that's not bad. Now we shouldn't, we don't want to condemn, because they are looking for God. So if you repeatedly inquire, you'll get success if you're sincere. But all these ideas can be satisfied when one understands Kṛṣṇa, you see. And you can understand how people are, because the reason all these ideas come about is because the human being is naturally inquiring into the absolute truth. That's the natural nature of a human being, right? Everyone's a philosopher, right? But the problem is, they're not applying this intelligence to the Gita. They're not serving the Guru Parampara. You understand? They're speculating. So they're like a pocket calculator. It's not enough. So when we take shelter of Bhagavad Gita and Guru Parampara, then with Sevabhav, Sevanmukhi Jiva, then Spurti, then you realize Kṛṣṇa. You realize Kṛṣṇa. So, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, any quick question? Okay. Thank you all very much for your kind attention. I hope you got something from the class. Thank you for your kind association. Sadhu Sangha Bhagavad Gita Vrindavan Dham Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Did you say die or